Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a new episode of Legends. I pretty much loved all your comments and ideas from the comment section of our last video. Those were pretty insane mechanics as to what, and guesses as to what Invade will do. Well, it turns out Bethesda posted on the legends.bethesda.net a news, and it kind of explains what they do and the plan to invade means, and it explains the invasion mechanics. So thank you guys for all your comments. Some of you were actually dead on the spot. I really like the idea with lane mechanics, like the Isle of Madness thingies. But it turns out it's actually a creature and not a support as I suspected. So it's a creature that will get spawned whenever you invade, and whenever you invade again and again and again, that creature will get buffed up. And that creature is actually, you can read all about it on the legendsbethesda.net news. So that creature is actually an Oblivion Gate, immune to silence, permanently shackled. When you summon a Daedra, give it +0/+1. So whenever you invade again, this Oblivion Gate gets 2 HP. It does not get to attack, it remains at 0. So that means it's pretty easy to destroy using executes. It's immune to silence, so that means if you manage to play something that gives permanent cover. I don't think there's such a card. Or there is. I think it's in agility, but this is pretty much vulnerable unless you start buffing it up. So whenever you invade, this card gets 2 HP, and the buffing that will give all your Daedra summons will be improved. So level 1 gate, when you summon a Daedra, it'll give +0/+1. When you upgrade it to level 2, if you invade again while the gate is in play, it'll upgrade. So every time you invade, it'll upgrade all the way to gate 5. There's different extra perks that you gain for summoning Daedra. On level 5, when you summon a Daedra, the gate will give you that Daedra +1/+1. Your Daedras will cost 1 less. When you will summon that Daedra, it will give it 2 random keywords. Again, after level 5, your Oblivion Gate continues to gain 2 health and grants you Daedra an additional random keyword. This means that a gate can instantly grant a newly summoned Daedra every keyword in the game if it goes unchecked for too long. So that's pretty much what invasion means. Now, let's set some things clear. We also have some new reveals from this article, one of which is the Dremora Adept. When Dremora Adept gains a keyword, you invade. So, if your gate is destroyed, when you invade, it gets recreated again. Now, all this invasion mechanism is encapsulated into Guildthorn. That's the 3-color class, which represents for strength, intelligence, and willpower. So all the cards that have invade will be enclosed into that specific, not specific class, but you can put all of your invade cards into a Guildthorn deck. Now, the problem with all these cards that have invade is that they cost too much. In my opinion, Guildthorn already has access to a lot of prophecies and a lot of control cards, meaning that probably a deck that will use invade mechanics will be a control Guildthorn. I pretty much doubt that there will be aggro Guildthorn running about with invade, because the invasion cards cost too much. Also, the Daedra cards, there's only a couple of them that I believe that cost low. All the others are pretty much high, like Seducer Darkfire, like, I don't know, you can post some comments with all the Daedra cards if you can find, or the most important ones that have a decent board effect. Meaning, there will be something shifting in the meta, and most considerably, control will be back on the board. Why? Because that gate needs removal. If you don't remove the gate, you can say goodbye to your game. So that means control will be back on the menu. ping lethal decks will be back on the menu, and aggro decks, the fastest aggro decks possible, will win against invade decks. Now, of course, you don't have to contain yourself to just a Guild Zone. You can play Invasion in any deck that has at least one attribute, but you will be limited to what you can play as in Invasion cards. Nonetheless, this will prove quite interesting to see, and because, well, what the Invasion mechanic does has been already revealed, this means that we will have to change our question for the giveaway, which we will be holding on Sunday. Don't forget that on Sunday we will be revealing a card as well, alongside announcing the lucky winner for our 2-pack bundle code. So the new question will be, how do you think Invade will be played better? Will be played in mid-range, aggro, or control decks? I personally will think that the Invasion mechanics will best be played in control Guild Zone. So feel free to leave a comment, subscribe, or be a subscriber, and answer that question to get a chance at a 2-pack bundle code. I will also take into consideration all the comments from the previous videos, because we have to be fair. A lot of people answered that question, so we're still taking those into consideration. So let's have something. Let's have a sneak peek at what we will be revealing on Sunday. So this is the card art. I won't tell you guys what it is. Pretty obvious. But you can also use the comment section, and those comments will also be used for the giveaway. So you can try guessing what this card represents. You got that? Okay, you can pause as much as you like. But we will continue with what we have for today. And today, we have a nice little deck built by Leynooo, and it's Leynooo's Aggro Werewolf Warrior. He discovered that Aggro Werewolf is still something good in the game, but going full Werewolf is not necessarily a good idea, because you don't have removals, you don't have a lot of tech cards, so you can, if you don't, it's basically like Orc decks, but a bit slower. If you don't draw your cards right, you'll be dead on the spot. You'll just run out of steam with cards and be dead to a lot of decks. So what he did was an interesting adaptation with prophecies. So we have Thornwall Terror, Afflicted Elite Circle, Initiate, Greystone Ravager, Green Pact Ambusher, Protector of the Innocent, Cast Out, Companion Harbinger, Covenant Plate Mortal Gatekeeper, Mummify, Skyforge, Withered Hand Cultist, Ayla's Huntmate, Enraged Dragon Knight, Reeve Battlemaster, Sower of Revenge, What-One Protector, and Ayla the Huntress. As you can see, we have 24 prophecies in the deck, so Afflicted Elite and Enraged Dragon Knight serve for exactly that purpose. Busting your own runes to summon stuff on the board, or playing some decent action such as Cast Out, removing some clunky big guard that you just want out of the way in order to gain access to your opponent's face. You also have Mummify for that, and Sower of Revenge, which basically just ignores guards, because when it dies, it automatically deals 5 damage. So as I said, it's a werewolf deck with tech cards. We got Skyforge for item equipping as well, and we've got What-One Protector for guard, and it's actually a good body if you manage to buff it up and turn it into a werewolf. Now, Skyforge also helps with werewolfing, because once you equip a friendly creature with Steel Dagger 3 times, not necessarily the same creature, you will change it into Underforge, and a Underforge, you can just activate it once per turn and turn a random creature into a werewolf. So with card drawing, you've got Ayla's Huntmate, and you can benefit from your own prophecies, like from your own runes, by dealing damage to yourself. And that's pretty much it. As I said, we don't have all the werewolves. The Drain Werewolf is out of here because it's pretty much Tempo Breaker. And if you don't manage to activate it, it's pretty much dead in the water. And it's also a juicy target for your opponent. you'll mostly want to go face with this deck. And as Leynooo mentioned, this deck works best in ranks 5 to 1. Mostly because a lot of people are playing mid-range and aggro. Past Legends, when you get into Legends, you'll face a lot of mid-range control, so probably this deck won't be that good anymore. But, as Leynooo said, you can use this deck to target Legends if you don't have, didn't have Legends, didn't reach Legends yet. Yeah, you can use this deck to reach it quickly. Only 3 days or 2 days remaining, so chop chop. In the meantime, let's do some gameplay and let's have some fun with Leynoo's Aggro Werewolf. All right. Oh, juicy. Fighting against an even hard pack deck. It's going to be interesting to see if we can outmatch and outpace that. If it's an aggro even hard. If it's a Slay Reach even hard, then I think it's going to be problematic. Especially if my opponent manages to get to a high Magicka level. Lost the Assassin. Yeah, this looks like a... or maybe it could be a mid-range, I don't know. We'll just go face right away. We have 2 Sowers. And we have... Oh, there's a little battery. We have 2 Sowers, we have a Greystone Ravager, and we also have Companion Harbinger, but we don't have any other werewolves, so that could be problematic. Well, I can block my opponent from using actions, but if he's got like a crossbow, then oh man. Goodbye, Withered Hand Cultist. Looks like this is gonna be a lost cause. The only thing we can do is try. Opponent will keep removing those with lethal pings, and I think we're gonna have to concede. Okay. Rapid shot, but no extra card draw. It's a bit tough fighting against aggro, eh? Especially those with 1 HP. Let's try and buff these werewolves a bit. I'm not here to hurt you, but I will. Those sounds were so overlapped. So far, so good. I think we have enough damage. I think. What can my opponent play for 7 Magicka? Well, probably a big guard. That's some good removal.
Should have been more worthy.
He keeps buffing stuff up.
Always remember the mistakes of your first.
And Lena is one of them. Okay, let's put 1 Sower down. If he's got Unstoppable Rage right now, I'm pretty much dead. I've only got 2 cards left, and I'm counting on them to win me the game. That's 5 damage. Opponent is down to 13, and there's a Prophecy. We've got an Ambusher that we can drop. Of course, I'll drop it in the Shadow Lane. Some of you may ask, why dropping it in the Shadow Lane? Well, that field lane is kind of blocked right now with that lethal.
I will keep Sotha-Sil's people alive.
That's Galen, and he's gonna do nothing good. And that's definitely not good. 4-5 drain, that's bad. But wait! How much damage do we have? That's 7 plus 3, that's 10. And I guess we just won the game. All we need now is to not hit a Prophecy. Like Fighters Guild Recruit, which we did not, and the game is over with sacrifice of So, 5 damage.
It has been an
Good game.
hunt.
We did it. Didn't expect that to happen. We did it. That was great. Good game. Right. So let's don't get cocky. We won against an Ebenhoff Pact, but we still have a lot to test until I bring it to a ladder. Let's see, we're fighting against a Battle Mage. It could be mid-Battle Mage, it could be Prophecy Battle Mage. Now, on Prophecy terms, I think I can raise him if it's a Prophecy deck. On the other hand, regarding mid-range, I only have a couple of stuff that I can use to neutralize guards. Especially those, Frost Aeternaut. Well, that's dead. Too bad. Could have used the damage. Let's drop Withered Hand Cultist. So Rapid Shot now costs 3. Lightning Bolt now costs 6. And that is extremely silly. No, I won't have it dead. Actually, I think I will. Although, if I summon a Covenant Plate, I just leave it open to 1 HP damage. So I'll just spawn the other Withered Hand Cultist. I would have used a 3-cost item just to get it removed, both the card and the item. Get them removed by a Skaven Pyromancer, which I don't like. So I trading in and summoning another one. I think we made the right call.
Easy as hunting a red skeever in the snow. Sovngarde awaits you.
Kinda hot brawler. I will definitely play Mortal Gatekeeper and will also play the Ambusher. I'll play it in the Shadow lane, in the Field lane, just so I don't get a Skaven Pyromancer killing both creatures.
This one will.
Oh, actually, Cultist would not be dead to Skaven. It has 2 HP, but now it will be dead to a lot of things. At least we managed to get some damage in. 6 damage that we can do, and supply. Probably should have waited for some more werewolves, but in my defense, I think the damage was actually needed. Looks like a mid-range deck, but with some tech cards as well.
Well, let's see if we can find something useful.
Or I think he's forced to play mid-range because my my cards are just too much to race against. Tell you what. That Wardcrafter can stay on the board. That Sentinel Reclaimer can go away, because this 4/1 Ambusher can hold pretty easily this field lane. What I will do is I will use Cast Out on the Sentinel Reclaimer. I can leave that Khajiit in the Shadow lane alone, and I'll play Reeve. That's 7 magic. With aggro decks, you need to make best use of your magicka. So playing all your magicka is pretty much a necessary thing to do. You need to hit hard and fast If you wait too long, we're already on turn 7. My opponent has access to Ancano, if that is a thing in his deck, and Reeve can be dead, so you don't need to wait too much and too long, otherwise you will hurt. So my opponent has only 13 HP left. I have exactly, considering the removal of the ambusher, I have exactly 9 damage on the field. Reeve will do 4, no, actually 5. Yeah. Reeve will do 5 damage. The werewolf will do 4.
Easy as hunting a red
Or not.
in the snow.
It's too late to run.
Okay. Covenant played.
Sovngarde awaits.
Nice one. Nice trade right there. That was great. Now, we have 8 magic and we can play both werewolves that we have in our hand. And we will also be drawing a card.
The spirit of his Grimorgor.
Join me on the hunt.
So, Ael's Huntmate will be a 5/5. Excellent. 4/4/5/5. And a Reeve that will now deal 7 damage instead of 5. So most likely my opponent will have to trade into Reeve. Oh, just call it quits and concede.
Engaging hunt.
It has been an engaging hunt. I think I'll push this deck a bit on ladder and see how it goes. Thank you guys for watching. A very big shout out to my channel supporters. And I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.